Hey guys, Pro here, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. So today we're back, we're on a different game today. Yesterday I did make a community post asking which incremental game you wanted to see next, and the overwhelming majority voted for grass cutting incremental, hence why we're on it today, and this is the game hopefully we play going forward, as long as it also doesn't get abandoned. So it's pretty cool. I've played it a little bit already on a different game save because you can have different saves, which is nice. And I have a bit of knowledge on it, so we'll be going through it all and I'll be showing you the best way to progress and everything else. So stay tuned and try it out. It is actually quite fun. And like I said, I've played it a bit. I'm nowhere near as high as of a level as some players are. But again, I'm sure we can overtake that in this series, and then this will just become my main save as I showcase this game more and more on the channel. So you start out here, this is all you have to begin with. There's a bit up there, but that's just a daily reward. You get it for 24 hours after you join. And then, yeah, there's some other stuff too. So all you really do is run around this patch of grass and pick up grass. And that's basically it. I feel that I have multipliers on or something, or there's some difference as to why I'm getting so many. I'm sure I wasn't getting this much before, right? I'm sure it used to be 1 for 1, but I keep getting 15. So maybe it's like there's an event or something, or maybe it's just different when you have a save already, perhaps. So I don't really know. We'll just play anyway, because otherwise I'll just be here looking into it for ages, and I'm not prepared to do that. So again, it's just like every incremental game. The best way to begin these games is to max out the currency so you get more per collection, and then once you've got a decent amount per collection, you want to start maxing out the spawn speed and then other things too. So that's how I always play these games, because it's the best way to do it in my opinion. The best thing about this game, as well as one thing I really like, is every 25 levels you get some form of boost ranging from 25% up to double. So in this case it is double, but I think the best thing with this is if you buy next, it will only take you up to that 25. So for me, if I had infinite grass, let's say, buy next would put me up to level 25, and it means I get that double, and it doesn't go above that. If I buy max, then of course it takes me to as high as I can. So I do like that. That is something nice, because it's easier just to keep things at the right level if possible, and then you always get that boost and stay on the boost. Of course, if you can afford it, go for more, I guess, but if you're just trying to balance everything out and roughly stay around the same upgrade level and everything, this is quite a good way to do it. So we do get something called prestige at some point. We do get other things. There's crystals, there's different currencies and things. Like every other incremental game, they all do play into each other. So that's what we'll be diving into and making it work. So I'm just going to buy everything to max. So whatever I can buy, I'm just going to get at this point. There's not really too much thought process behind it. We do have these prestige points as well. I think there's one that is quite difficult to max out, and possibly, I forgot which one it is, but anyway, let's just keep playing. So we're currently level 4. You do get levels, and eventually you get tiers as well. So the number here is my tier, and we haven't quite unlocked it yet, but it will make sense later on, because the higher tier you get, the grass does upgrade, and you'll see that again at some point, maybe in this episode or the next one. So stay tuned. And levels are good, because when you get to level 31, you can actually prestige, what they call it. And we can actually buy this. So what does this do? Generates. Okay, let's just buy that, just so we've got a bit of grass going automatically. So, or whatever it did, you know what I mean. I didn't even read it, to be honest, but yes, there we go. That is something. So if people are coming on and off the map, it's because they've unlocked a different area. You can see our map has already slightly expanded to the left side. So that is pretty cool. And now perhaps what we could do over here is, I always forget which one is best to buy first. I quite like the movement speed and the range. I just think they're good boosts to have in general. So we'll just go for those. Maybe the play was to get the grass upgrades first, but again, we'll make it work, and I'm sure we'll be fine regardless, because as soon as I can prestige, I am most definitely going to be doing that. So we're currently level 10 right now, in fact, and we do need to get to level 31, then we can do a prestige, and then we can unlock some new upgrades, which will make the game slightly easier. And then we can just repeat that process over and over. So this is basically the game, and it does get a lot more complex than this, so don't worry. And it does get to the point to where there's so many different things, it's just chaotic at times, but it's pretty cool. I do enjoy it. And that's why, of course, I'm showcasing it, and hence why I even added it to the suggestions, or to the poll, in fact, because it's one I enjoy. So, we're doing well. We are currently level 11 right now. Again, we need 20 odd more levels. I should be upgrading my XP, but I just want to try and max my range out first. I only need one more level, which should only take a second. And I should actually just upgrade this anyway, because this is coins. Or grass, in fact, the currency. And then this right here isn't. This is something else. And there we go. We've done it. So level 12, let's max out the range. So we've maxed out movement speed. We've maxed out range for prestige points. And we do need to just start getting the other ones. So we could get the... I guess we could get this one. Which is always good because it just gives me more grass on the map. Which realistically is ideal. Because... then it means I can utilize my extra movement speed and my extra range to hopefully just get more returns on the amount I pick up, because there should be more available. So let's buy this. We've got up to 33 right now. We do need to increase our regeneration speed as well. So otherwise it's pointless to have so much if you're barely even spawning any, or if it regenerates, because if you're just collecting it all before you can even get any back, it seems a bit counterproductive to max that one out, in my opinion, because you could just put your money elsewhere, or the grass elsewhere, and then get better returns on your grass by utilizing it elsewhere. So let's go with level 2 for this then. I'm going to do this one as well. So we're up to 2.8 per second. 2.9, I do need 500k, which is actually very easy for me to get right there. And now, where are we up to? So this is the cap. Let's just max this at 25. Well, just upgrade it to 25. We can get this up to 20, and then I do want to try and get this to 25 as well if possible. So we're already up to millions right now, so you can see the progression and how it works. Something with this game is, although you can't actually see the things in the background, you can actually still click them. So if you know where the things are, you can just click them without even closing it off. It saves like a second or two, and sure, it seems a bit excessive, but every second counts, and it really does make a difference. So... alright, so we're up to level 25 on this. We're up to 3.5 grass per second right now. Let's go with this one too. So we're just upgrading that 6.12 per second right now, which is nice because it basically means I'm going to be generating grass more than I can collect it. Unless there's like a huge cluster of it altogether. So yeah, really good start. We're up to level 20 already. We do need to keep pushing up because level 31 is the goal right now. And if we can get this up to level 30, that would be perfect. 31, that would be great, because then I can do a prestige, show you the prestige upgrades, and then basically like every other incremental game, everything just goes in like works well with each other. So it's just really nice. It's a good game. I do enjoy this one. So this is one of the only ones I've ever played as well, off camera, before recording it. So I'd like to think I know what I'm doing to a certain extent, but we shall see. So anyway, let's go ahead and get the upgrade right here to upgrade the cap. So I thought I upgraded it to max, but I didn't. All right, so we're up to 90 capacity right now with pretty much 8 per second. So not bad. We do need to try and get this up, which we can. So that's now level 75. We've got this to 50. That is definitely out of reach at the moment. I mean, I could try to farm 100 mil or whatever it was, like 97 or 98 in this case. And that should be really easy because we're already halfway there and I've only been going for, what, about 8 seconds at this point probably. So not bad at all. And now we just need to get this up to where we need it to be. Boom. And now we can do this one too. So this is looking really, really good. We'll upgrade movement speed slightly. We'll upgrade the range slightly as well. The 10 billion one is pretty much out of scope at the moment. And I don't think it's the play to even try and save up for it at this point. Because, again, my money needs to go elsewhere. If I say money, I mean grass. So just use that as a reference point. Because otherwise, I will just be calling it money the whole time instead of grass. But when I play other games, I call it grass instead of money. And then I call evolutions ascensions, as someone rightly pointed out the other day. And you know what I mean, I just say the wrong thing sometimes. Well, probably far too much, but far too often. But it's okay, so we've got the range to where we need it. We can actually consider buying this one as well, 610 mil, which is a bit steep, but it's much cheaper than things such as the XP upgrade or the growth speed upgrade. So let's just, yeah, let's save up for 610 mil. I'm sure it won't really take too long. And you can see now our extra range is just doing a really, really good job right now in helping us collect grass. We do need to actually increase the growth speed. So I think we'll max this one out right here, 12 per second. We can upgrade this one too. And then lastly, we can actually increase his grass growth speed by 1 per level. This is the one I was on about earlier, the one I should have bought first, I think, because that one is actually quite good. And yeah, I definitely should have bought it. But again, it's not too late. We can actually do a prestige, so I will be doing that momentarily. In fact, let's just look at it now very quickly. Let's spend all of our grass right here first. And now we can actually max that one out. Nice. And we do get 30 prestige points, which doesn't really seem like a lot. But to begin with, I think some prestige points are better than none. However, if we just get a few more levels, you can see it is slightly increasing the amount we get. And for where we are in the game, we may as well just get to maybe like level 40 or something just to get those extra points. Because at the minute, we're still leveling up relatively quickly. And my advice with these games, things like this game, Ascender Incremental, if people still play that one, you've got, well, maybe not Ascender as such, but things like Dungeon Incremental, things like that where you need prestige points, but it's based on your current level. My advice is to try and get as high of a level as possible and then do the prestige, because you get more points, you can progress faster. Sure, initially you might have a slight delay in getting the prestige points, because if I did it straight away, I would have got less than I'm about to get. So you can see already, we've got 10 more. So we've already gone up by 1/3 because we went from 30 to 40. So that is a 1/3 increase. For what? Just walking around the map for about a few seconds, less than a minute probably, and we're already leveled up. So we've unlocked tiers right now. We've got 40 prestige points. Let's go ahead and start buying some upgrades. There's no real thought process behind the way I'm doing this, but we're just going to be spamming everything anyway. So 4x right there, and we can just get these up as well. So nice, really good upgrades right there. And I know I could get the other two, but they're just completely out of scope. They're too expensive for me at the minute. But again, it should all be good. So I don't know why. What in the world? My game just completely stuttered. That's new. Never seen that one before. But that's fine. We're back. It didn't crash or anything. And we are able to still play the game, which is the most important thing. So where are we? So we're level 7 right now. And you can see the XP boost we did get is helping us significantly right now. So we'll try and get this to 25, which we've just gone ahead and done. We'll get this one to 25. We'll upgrade this as high as possible. Do the same for the XP right there. Do the same for all of these pretty much. We'll just max out as much as we can. And now we are slowly pushing up. So where are we? So we've got 10 points. We are level 12. Let's go ahead and start the upgrade. So I do want to buy this one because I think this one is just really good to have. Because every time we level up, you can see that we are getting some form of upgrade, and it does make some difference. So we're up to 4 points already. Let's go ahead and max out the range. We do only need one more level. There we go. And now we can just quickly do the same for the movement speed, because I think these two go hand in hand. The range and the movement speed are just really, really good to have in general. So I would try to get those if you can. We'll upgrade the grass to level 50 right now. We'll upgrade XP to wherever we did. In fact, I actually misclicked and we didn't even upgrade it. So no big deal because we've just gone ahead and done it right there. And now we can actually go ahead and go back to the XP, try and get it to level 25, which we've just gone ahead and done. And then I need about, what, 5 mil perhaps? 5 or 6 mil. Boom, there we go, level 25 on the grass speed as well. We do now have enough prestige points to max out the movement speed. And now next up we can look at the grass grow speed, because I think that is always good to have, because you do need the regeneration speed to be good. Otherwise you'll just stand there with an empty field, and realistically nobody wants that. If you do, you're probably not playing the game to progress. So as you can see now, we have tier 2. So this is a tier upgrade, my very first one. When you do prestige and things, it does reset it, but again, it's not really too big of a deal. You can see up there, and it does give a grass multiplier. So now I'm getting significantly more grass than I was before, because as you can see, 7.5 times, which is actually a decent amount. And that yellow upgrade right there is actually a tier point upgrade. So it means I would get more tier points at the top per collection. So instead of just the big XP boost, you can do the same for the top one as well. And it does really help because you can progress much faster. So let's upgrade the growth speed to max, if I can actually click properly this time. And now we can actually upgrade the level capacity as well. So let's go ahead and start doing this one. I've just realized we've got a ton of money that I do need to spend, or grass. So let's just try and get rid of most of this. We'll stick to that. We'll do the XP right now. We will max out the movement speed as high as we can, or try to max it out, should I say. Range is looking decent, and yeah, we're doing okay. So 65 capacity, 24.5 per second, which is just absolutely insane to think, because I've got unlimited grass at this point, guys. I am not going to run out, and it gets to a point where most of the map is covered, and it's just fantastic. Or the area, sorry. So let's max the range out. Let's max the movement speed out. Oh, I need billions. Okay, maybe not quite, but what have I done? I did not mean to do that. Alright, so I didn't mean to do that. This right here is the hourly bonus, if you're wondering. I did misclick and claim it without actually being able to show it to you, but it just does appear up here. Once I believe you've done a prestige, you should be able to start seeing it. And yeah, it does help because you can spend it up here at some point later on in the game. Alright, so we've gone ahead and got another tier up. So now our grass multiplier is 11.25, which I believe before it was 7.5, if I'm not mistaken. So it's gone up by, what, 50%? So, or something like that. So not bad. And now let's see what we do need to do next. So we have 8 prestige points, which I'm just going to start putting into all of these. We're currently at level 50 right now. And I know I've got crystals, but I think the play is to probably farm some more prestiges first before I even do crystals, because I just want to be in a good place in terms of prestiges, and it's always nice to just have a ton of of prestige points, and use them however you wish to. So we can buy the first prestige point upgrade. It does increase it by 10%, which doesn't necessarily seem like a lot, but it actually is. So for every 100 you have, you'd gain 10 more. That's the best way to look at it like that. And yes, again, it doesn't really seem too much, but it all does add up. And the more you get, the more, of course, you'll get back. So we're up to 84 right now. I'm going to see if we can try and push up to at least 100. 95 from just that one upgrade right there. And 99 already, so our goal of 100 is going to be easy. So let's see if we can get to maybe level 60 at this point. I'm sure we can. Yeah, it doesn't really seem too difficult. So we'll max out XP right there, which did give me a huge boost. I should have bought next instead of max, but again, it's all good. 126, so let's see if we can push up to perhaps maybe 150, which should actually be very easy. So we are just clearing everything. So these ones here, this one with the glow, this is what's called platinum, I believe. Is it platinum? Yeah, it is. So you can see it in the background. That's the platinum upgrade board. They do spawn in and they do slightly scale up with time. There is upgrades in the future just to give you more per collection. But again, we're a bit far away from that at the moment. But I would recommend to get those as much as you can, because platinum is actually really good to have. So we're up to 16.88 times right now. Let's just run over to the platinum board and see what we can actually go ahead and buy. So we can just get these. I'm going to max that out because I think that's always good to have. So at the minute, we do need 500 to max this one out. We need another 500 to max that one out. We need 25,000 to max this one out because there's only 25 levels. And then, of course, we need 100,000 to max this one out. So flowers are the daily reward you get up here. And as you can see, there's many upgrades to get. They do really help later on. But I think at the minute, the play is probably just to get some of these cheaper upgrades, just to get the boosts and the progress from them. So that's what I'll be doing. I'm just going to upgrade them both equally. Maybe that's not necessarily the right play to do, but we'll make it work as I always usually do, I think. Maybe. Let me know. Do I? I'd like to think that I do. So let's keep going then. So we're up to 400 odd billion right now. Let's just upgrade these to max. So we're up to 1.5 times prestige points, which is really good. And now, actually, let's go ahead and get to, are we close to level 70? We are still progressing. Level 70 will be easy. I want to just get one more prestige before I try to even get to the crystallization point, because it's just nice to have extra prestige points. Like I said, I know crystals do make prestige slightly easier, but again, I just want to start working on one thing at a time, which might not be the right approach necessarily, but it works well in my case. So what we can do now is we can actually consider buying this. Is it worth it? Probably not at the moment. However, we could buy the... what could we do? We have 252 prestige points. I think we will go with this to level 10. We'll get this to level 10 as well. We have 150 remaining. So I know it probably isn't the play. Actually, I'm not going to do it yet. I was tempted just to go all in and buy that one, the prestige point one, but I chose not to because I think that, sure, I can get crystals and everything, but at the minute, I think it's better just to farm levels and get more prestige points and then try and upgrade my crystals. Upgrade as quite high as I can. And then that should put me in quite a good position, I'd like to think. So where are we then? So we can buy this upgrade right here first. We can max out the range as well. And now let's just dump all of our grass into these upgrades right here. So tier 50, we are now able to get tier 75. We can upgrade this to 25. We can upgrade this as far as we can, which is 6 in this case. We can get this to 7. And we can actually max range out right now. I think range is always a really good one to have maxed. We can upgrade movement speed. We can upgrade the level capacity. And then we can now start saving up for the regen speed. So we do currently have 3 levels of this one. And as you can see, we're already level 38. We are leveling up very quickly right now. So that upgrade should be maxed out in just a matter of seconds, I'm sure, which we've now already basically done. I just need one more level. So as soon as we level up again, right now, boom, we've gone ahead and done it. And now we can just start dumping all of our prestige points into the next and final prestige, which is the grass value. So we're doing really well. We're up to, what's that, 46. I don't know why my screen just looked weird for a second. But anyway, it's all good. So let's upgrade this. Boom. Now we need 13 billion for that one. We can upgrade this one and now need 40 billion. We need 44 for that one. We can upgrade this twice, in fact, which is nice. We can max out movement speed. And now we can start looking at that one at some point fairly soon. So we're doing really, really good. I'm happy with the progress we've already made. And again, a bit of knowledge does help with this game. But again, hopefully my videos do help because I try to deliver these videos in such a way that people can replicate if they're new onto the game. And then if I do something off camera in the videos, I usually explain how I'm doing it, show you what I'm doing, and then usually just cut out the actual time it takes to do it because it's just not really something I'd want to watch personally, but that's fine. But you do get the information though. And I try to make these videos in a way to where people can gain no matter where you are in these type of games. Sure, if you're further ahead than me at the minute, yes, you probably won't gain any knowledge because you obviously have more knowledge than me. But if you're new, hopefully you do learn a thing or two. And hopefully you jump on the game because this server is actually really fun. So, where are we then? So we have 120 points right now. Let's put all of these upgrades into this. I do need to keep upgrading this. One thing I dislike about this game, I know I've said it already, but I do need to say it again, is this board and this board seem to be connected. If I click on one upgrade here, it closes this one off. And then if I click this one again, it closes this one off. I wish part of it would just keep everything open. Oh, it's at every board, I guess. It'd be nice if you could just keep every board open. I know it probably takes more like resources and everything to run it, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Probably is, but I think it would just be nice to have something like that where it's always open though, because in this case you can just quickly buy those, and you know what I mean. So alright, let's just double check these levels because I've completely messed this up, I think. So we're up to 6 and 5, so we'll get this to 7, get this to 7, and now that is all good for me. So we're up to 169 prestige points. We've got trillions of dollars right now, or grass. And now let's keep going. I'm nowhere near ending at the moment, I don't think. How long have we been going? 25 minutes. Wow. Alright, so 25 minutes. We probably might be ending soon then. But I think we're in quite a strong position for where I am. So we're up to level 71, 262 points right now. I want to try to get to maybe 80 or so. I feel that my XP is lacking now. So I do need to upgrade that. We need 27 trillion for the next tier as well, which shouldn't really be too difficult because we're already a third of the way there. And now we do keep getting the platinum, which I do need to keep remembering to use, as I sometimes keep forgetting. But I think we're doing relatively well. Like I said, we're in a very strong position right now. And we've pretty much got the upgrade already in just a matter of seconds. So we'll upgrade this. Now we are up to level 80. We are jumping up the levels, 81, 82. Yeah, nice, 82. Okay, that won't go on forever. I won't be saying that all the time because I don't know. I just don't look at the bar often. So where are we then? So we've got 6 more prestige points. Let's just quickly dump them all into this. And now prestige points. Are they prestige points? Rank up points? Whatever. Level up points. Whatever you want to call them, you know what I meant. Alright, so we're up to 27 trillion again. I'm just going to go all in on this because I think that's the upgrade to get. If we can get that to level 25, that would be amazing. However, I don't really think we're at the point to where we can. I think my overall grass value just isn't enough. Maybe I can, maybe I can't, but what do we need? 11 trillion per level at the minute. So how many more? We need 10 levels. And yeah, we'll probably need like around 700 trill minimum, which is a lot. I mean, it's not really, if you think about it, but it is at the same time. For where I am at the minute, it is. So maybe we just need to do things like this. Okay, so we can't buy that one. We don't need to buy that one. We don't really need that. We can buy the grass upgrade, which will help. And I think I accidentally griefed and just bought max, but that's okay though, because I mean, it's not necessarily a grief because you do get the extra value from it all. And now we are doing very well. And we just need to get this to 200, which isn't too hard. And then I actually might try and farm maybe like 700 trillion and then do a prestige, because I think that will put us in a really good position for crystals. I know I can get them now. It's not really hard to get. All you have to do is just farm a ton of XP. But part of me just wants to make sure we're set up to succeed as much as we can. I know I'm obviously succeeding if I get to crystals and everything else, so don't think that I'm not. But I just want to get as many as possible. And now, where are we? So we're up to 100 trillion already. So 700 trillion will now be really, really easy. We can upgrade this to max as well. And now we're up to 200 trillion. So we're basically getting anywhere from like 3 to 4 trillion per collection, it looks like. Yeah, a bit over 3, it seems. 3 to 3.5 specifically, which is great, don't get me wrong. And now we do need to go back to this one and just try to buy the next, which is not too difficult. We'll buy max for now because I know I can't afford all 10 levels at once. And this gives me a good understanding. Oh, okay, it's a bit more expensive than I expected it to be. But I think the boost at level 25 is worthwhile for how close we are to it. If I was maybe at like level 12, we probably wouldn't. But because I'm not really too far away, we may as well go for it. Sure, it'll take a minute or two, but again, it's relatively easy. We are progressing quickly, which is nice. Because if we weren't making money this quickly, I don't think I'd still be going for this one. So what I can do is actually do this. I'm going to boost this one up as high as possible just because I need the grass value. I know my XP is now going to slightly be lacking behind in that aspect, but look at the amount of grass I'm now getting, guys. We've basically doubled our grass pickup amount. In fact, we have, I don't even know, what was we on before, like 3? We're now on 12 plus. In fact, we've almost 4 times it. I don't even know. I didn't really pay attention to the amount before, but either way, it's gone from like 3 to anywhere from maybe 9 to 12. We just got 20 there, so again, it just varies. So either way, it's still really nice to see. Really good progress right there. Let's buy this. We do need 2 more levels, so we'll probably now need about 800 trillion. And let's have a quick look. Oh, sorry, it's 500 trillion. So we'll probably need about 1.1 to 1.2 QA, which I believe is after trillion. Let me just get to that amount just to check to see if I'm right, which I believe I am. Otherwise, I will look like a fool. And we're slowly getting there. So 777, we're up to 888. Or we were on 887, but I'll just say 888 anyway. And there we go, QA. So pretty cool. Let's get this upgrade right here. We just need a few more, 800 in fact, which is a bit more than I expected. But again, it's not a big deal because we are now able to actually get to the amount we need. So I know I could upgrade this, but by the time I do it, I'm just going to prestige anyway. So level 96, let's just get up to 97. Boom, 97 right now. And this is where we can actually do a prestige. So we've gone from, what, 40 prestige points to almost 3,000. So, sorry, we went from 40 to 252 to just shy of 2,800. So, really nice. Really, really happy to see that. Let's get a few crystal upgrades going. So, we'll try and get this to 2 times. I can't really afford to buy any more. And now we can get this to 5 times, which I think will be a good jump. Actually, let's get that to maybe 10. Okay, cool. So 10. Nice, we're out. That's fine. So we've got 10 times tier points. We've got 10 times tier points, 2 times crystals, but we didn't really get too much XP or anything. So my XP is still going to be lacking behind, but that's what we will prioritize in the next video. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy it. Let me know what you think. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and check out the videos on the screen. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.